And what was that all about? Welcome aboard. It is Bubba's Daily Update. Actually, this week it's the preview, the ending of yesterday, which was pretty ugly, and the pre-market for today, because it is about 4 o'clock in the morning or so. In the meantime, it was pretty wild, pretty ugly day. Not a total surprise. I thought the total flushing of gold and silver was probably a little overdone as usual. But of course, we will be reversing those today, both gold and silver from long to short. And in the meantime, I think, don't get overexcited or overreact to markets. They are what they are, and they will trade. But in the meantime, okay, here we have a market that is probably, we'd say, tenuous at best right now. You know, we've talked about for the last couple of weeks about some signs that we're showing in copper and some of the action in the NASDAQ. But again, we did finally see a pretty healthy ass whipping, I guess we'll call it. In the meantime, it is what it is. So again, as we just take a look at, where do we go from here? Well, again, we never typically go straight up or straight down. And I would expect to see probably some consolidation around here in the metals and before headed lower. But again, there's always that market that will have a little bit of consolidation, and even when they're going to go up or down, after they've made the first initial move, they will kind of hover and settle. And the end game is, of course, we're still, actually, believe it or not, we're still long all three, which was a pretty ugly day, or actually all four, excuse me. But again, if you take a peek now, if you remove the emotion and you take a peek, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, all the Russells on over here, are all in decent shape from a chart standpoint. So why should we panic? Again, remember, it's not about what you're thinking of, the emotion you're feeling. It's about what the market is telling you at that time. Okay? So equities were still long. Metals, we just reversed, except for platinum. We are still long platinum. But even gold, with this big ugly, only came down to some sort of, no, there's nothing wrong, it was ugly. And there's no justification, it is ugly. But obviously we reverse only in the mornings either way. So we're now short gold and silver, and now long, still long platinum. Oil, crude continues to, on its merry way. There you go, up, trying to break through an upper end. And look, at the end of the day, it looks like it wants to go higher. Am I a fan? I'm not a big fan, but I'm not going to listen. I'm certainly not going to tell the market what to do. So until differently, we will stay long crude oil. The bond markets, okay, have reversed, and we are now short bonds and notes. Pretty nice run up on the upside. But again, there's just a whole bunch of messages that are sent, but the real message that you only care about in markets is the price action. That's all you ever care about. We tend to find ourselves too much involved in thinking about too many things that are unimportant versus things that are actually important when it comes to markets. The dollar, again, went up to the top end and is coming back in. Again, this could be just simply consolidation, waiting for a spot to take out, or it's going to go back, continue to go lower. Now, basically, it looks like it's almost continue to go lower, but either way, we're short now, and we'll see what happens from here. Let me just see here. The grains, corn, again, it's hovering around in consolidation way. Although we're short, my guess is it will break to the upside when it breaks. And soybeans very similar, and wheat very similar. So we're still short all three. However, again, I would prefer to be long all three, but again, we're not. So I am in what I'm in, and I do not argue with what the algorithms tell us. Meats are we're long. The meats across the board now. So feeder cattle, October hogs, and October live cattle. So again, I think one thing to remember is very simple. Okay, the economy is one thing, the markets are another thing. We do not try to compose or figure either way. We play what we have, and right now, I had a very nice run, and now starting to see some reversals. And just quickly, I forgot about natural gas, which is still trying to work its way higher, and of course, copper, which is obviously working its way lower. So, we'll see. Look, it should be a very volatile day today. There should be a lot of action because there should be a lot of trying to guess. Is this the buy? Is all the reasons that you and I should not be thinking about it. So be very careful. And again, always try as you wish. Just make sure you know where you're getting on it. And anytime, have a great trading day, and we'll see. We'll be back tomorrow morning again, or tonight with the end of the day kind of and a preview. But again, nothing should be too excited. You should never get too much opinionated one side or the other. Let the markets work for you. And in the meantime, don't forget, great new relationship with family farms, really exciting. And we just came back from Nebraska, had a lot of fun there. And of course, our brokerage partners, CTG Group for commodities and futures, and all of our letter direction trading. They do a terrific job. Get great customer service. You're getting a set of other accounts, but they handle 90% of mine. But they're just really good. And of course, they got some nice new products coming out as well. So you're going to check them out. And of course, Trade here for equities and options. Where else can you go for $10 a month? That's, again, it's always kind of pretty simple. Okay. It's the same thing for free versus paying more. You want to pay more? Hey, good luck. But at the end of the day, why wouldn't you want to pay $10? And of course, commodity report today, Wednesday is the day that NDX weekly report comes out. And again, it's one of the best reports I've ever seen in the commodities market. The man is on top of his game, 40 years in the business, trading worldwide to trade these commodities, actually physicals as well. So again, Technimental, it's called. It's at BUBBA'S.com. And of course, last but not least, somebody with our high school program at Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. Have a great trading day, everybody. We'll see you back here again overnight or tomorrow morning with the preview of Thursday's preview and Wednesday's close.